Imagine you are sitting in your favorite coffee shop, sipping a cup of aromatic coffee, and suddenly receive a text message from an old friend. He hasn't asked you for a long time, but suddenly needs your help immediately. Does this situation sound familiar to you? Have you ever wondered why some people only show up when they need something from you, but disappear when you need them? In today's video, Morgan will share with you 5 attitudes of people who only use you and don't care about you at all. Have you ever felt like someone is using you? Let's explore and identify these signs to protect yourself and live a happier life in the spirit of Stoicism. Did you know that identifying people who only use you will not only help you avoid unnecessary pain, but also help you focus on the relationships that are truly worth it? That is one of the secrets to a happy life that Morgan wants to share with you. Together, we will learn how to identify and deal with these people, and how to maintain your self-esteem and mental strength. Do you wonder why there are people who only know how to ask, but are never willing to help? Or why they always hide and lie to take advantage of you without feeling guilty? These questions will be answered by Morgan in the next parts of the video. And don't worry, this knowledge will not only help you for a moment, but will change your life forever. Let's start this journey with Morgan by leaving a comment. Identify people who take advantage to protect yourself and bring peace and happiness to life. Dear friends, we have understood the importance of recognizing the signs of an unhealthy relationship. Now, let's go deeper with Morgan to see each specific manifestation. First, let's think about the times when you have devoted yourself to helping someone, only to receive indifference or even hurt in return. This happens when people take advantage of your kindness and emotions. Let's explore with Morgan how to recognize and protect yourself from these exploitative behaviors. Number 1. They exploit your kindness and emotions. Imagine one day you accidentally discover that the person you always trusted, the person you gave all your love and kindness to, actually just sees you as a tool to exploit. This feeling of surprise, even shock, makes you ask a series of questions. Why am I being treated like this? Why don't they care about my feelings? This is one of the most obvious signs of someone who is just using you and doesn't really care about you. In Stoic philosophy, we learn to recognize and deal with these behaviors with equanimity and wisdom. Epictetus, one of the famous Stoic philosophers, once said, "It is not the events that bother us, but the way we perceive them." This means that it is how we interpret and respond to exploitation that determines our peace of mind. When someone takes advantage of your kindness and affection, they are taking advantage of your kindness without any intention of reciprocating or caring about your feelings. They appear in your life only when they need something and disappear when you need them the most. This not only hurts you, but also makes you lose faith in the relationships around you. But how do we recognize and overcome such situations? First, remember that kindness is not a weakness, but a strength. However, kindness needs to be put in the right place. Jesus in the Bible taught us, "Love your neighbor as yourself." This does not mean that we allow others to take advantage of us, but that we need to learn to love and respect ourselves first. If a relationship does not give you the respect and love you deserve, it is not your fault. You have the right to set boundaries and protect yourself. Morgan wants to share a valuable lesson from Stoic philosophy. Always stand up for yourself. A Stoic will not let others hurt them because they know their own worth and do not depend on the judgment of others. We can learn to deal with exploitation by focusing on the things we can control, our thoughts, feelings, and actions. Try to think more optimistically. Being taken advantage of by others can be an opportunity for us to learn to become stronger and more mature. Instead of feeling hurt and losing faith, see it as a valuable lesson. Ask yourself, What can I learn from this situation? How can I become stronger and wiser? Remember, our kindness is not to be taken advantage of, but to be shared with those who truly appreciate and deserve it. Morgan hopes that you will always maintain faith and optimism in life. If you have ever experienced being taken advantage of, please share your story in the comments section. Morgan is looking forward to receiving your sharing and feelings, because each story is a valuable source of inspiration. Dear friends, after clearly identifying people who take advantage of our kindness and affection, Morgan wants you to think about another equally common situation. Have you ever met someone who always asks for your help, but when you need help in return, they disappear or seem busy? This is the next sign of someone who only knows how to take advantage of you without caring about you. In life, helping each other is an important part of building a sustainable relationship, but that relationship is only truly meaningful when both sides know how to give and receive. Let's explore the second topic: always asking but never responding. This not only makes the relationship unfair, but also makes us feel exhausted and hurt. Morgan will share with you the signs to recognize and how to handle this situation, helping you maintain trust and balance in relationships. Let's continue this journey of discovery. Number 2, always asking without reciprocating. Did you know that in one study, about 70% of participants said they felt taken advantage of at least once in their lives? A staggering number, right? Think about it. How many times have you gone out of your way to help someone, but when it was your turn to ask for help, they didn't reciprocate? In life, we meet many people who always ask for help without ever thinking about reciprocating. They take our help for granted, and when there's nothing left to take advantage of, they quickly disappear. This not only leaves us feeling exhausted, but also hurts our self-esteem. Marcus Aurelius, a famous Stoic philosopher, once said, "Do not expect perfection from others. Do not let their actions hurt you." This reminds us that the best way to protect ourselves is to not put too much expectation on others and learn to maintain self-respect. When someone constantly asks for help from you without ever giving back, they are showing a clear injustice in the relationship. They only know how to take without knowing how to give, and this creates an imbalance in any relationship. In Christianity, Jesus taught, "Love others as yourself." This means that love and help must come from both sides, based on respect and fairness. If someone only knows how to ask, without knowing how to give back, they do not truly understand the meaning of love and sharing. Once, Morgan spent a lot of time and effort helping a friend when they were in trouble. But when Morgan encountered a problem and needed help, that friend was not there. This made Morgan very sad and felt betrayed. But thanks to Stoic philosophy, Morgan learned to accept and not let other people's actions affect his inner peace. Epictetus once said, "It is not things, but our views about things that hurt us." From there, Morgan understood that we need to learn to perceive and deal with such situations calmly. If you are in a relationship where the other person always asks for help but never returns it, remember that you have the right to set limits. Don't let your kindness be taken advantage of unreasonably. Look for relationships based on respect and fairness. Morgan believes that when we know how to hold on to our own values and not let others take advantage of us, we will find true peace and happiness. Have you ever encountered a similar situation? How did you handle it? If you find this video meaningful, please give Morgan a like. When we look at people who only ask for things but never give things back, we see the injustice in those relationships. However, what happens when that injustice is combined with a lack of honesty and transparency? Imagine people who not only always ask for things but never give things back, but also hide, distort the truth, or lie to take advantage of you further. Dishonesty not only damages trust, but also completely destroys the foundation of any relationship. Morgan will explore the next topic with you. Together, we will learn how to identify and deal with dishonest people, helping you protect yourself and maintain peace of mind. Let's get into this topic. Number 3, lack of honesty and transparency. Have you ever wondered why some relationships in our lives seem to be full of ambiguity and dishonesty? Have you ever felt like something was wrong but couldn't put your finger on what? This is a clear sign of a lack of honesty and transparency in a relationship. Not only does a lack of honesty and transparency damage trust, it also destroys the foundation of any relationship. When someone withholds the truth, distorts information, or even lies, they are building a wall between themselves and us. In Stoic philosophy, honesty is one of the core values. Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic emperor and philosopher, once said, "If it is not true, do not say it. If it is not right, do not do it." This advice reminds us that honesty and transparency are the foundation of all actions and words. In Christianity, Jesus also emphasized the importance of honesty. He said, "Let your word be yes if yes and no if no. Anything in addition to that is from the devil." This means that honesty and transparency are not only virtues, but also protection from evil. When someone is dishonest, they not only hurt others but also themselves. Once, Morgan trusted a friend and shared important secrets. But Morgan later discovered that the friend had lied and used the information for his own benefit. This left Morgan feeling deeply betrayed and hurt. But thanks to Stoic philosophy, Morgan learned to accept and not let the actions of others hurt his inner peace. Epictetus, another Stoic philosopher, once said, "We cannot control what others do, but we can control how we react." This means that we need to learn to deal with dishonesty by maintaining our own integrity and not letting the actions of others take away our peace of mind. If you are in a relationship where the other person is lacking in honesty and transparency, remember that you have the right to demand clarity and honesty. Don't be afraid to set boundaries and protect yourself from toxic relationships. Seek relationships based on respect and fairness, where honesty and transparency are valued. Think about the relationships in your life. Is there someone who you feel is dishonest and not transparent? How did you handle that situation? Share your stories in the comments. Morgan would love to hear from you, because every story is a valuable source of inspiration. We've explored dishonesty and lack of transparency together and found that these behaviors not only break trust, but also cause deep damage in relationships. But what happens when that dishonesty is combined with an attitude of only contacting when beneficial? Imagine you have a friend who only shows up when they need something from you, and when you need help or simply want to share, they disappear. Morgan explores the next topic with you. We'll identify the signs and learn how to protect yourself from a relationship that is only beneficial. Join Morgan on this journey to build authentic and trustworthy relationships. Number 4, contacting only when beneficial. Have you ever felt a distinct disconnect in a relationship where the other person only shows up when they need something from you? It's like you're an ATM, only called when someone needs money, but no one asks if you're okay or if you need anything. This is an ironic contrast between giving and receiving. Communication and maintaining relationships in life is very important. But when someone only contacts you when they need something personally, it's no longer a genuine relationship. This often leaves a feeling of being used and disrespected. Epictetus, one of the famous Stoic philosophers, once said, "Do not ask others to do what you yourself are not able to do." Fairness and equality are the foundations of a healthy relationship, and only contacting when it's beneficial clearly violates this principle. In Christianity, Jesus taught us that love and help must come from a sincere and unselfish heart. He said, "Love your neighbor as yourself." This not only means that we should help others unconditionally, but also that we deserve the same respect and care. A relationship where only one party is always giving without receiving in return cannot be called a balanced and healthy relationship. Thanks to Stoic philosophy, Morgan learned how to not let the actions of others hurt his soul. Marcus Aurelius once said, "We are what we think. Our thoughts shape our world." This means that we have the power to decide who is in our lives and how to keep our soul at peace. If you are in a relationship where the other person only reaches out for personal gain, be brave enough to set boundaries for yourself. You have the right to say no and protect your peace. Look for relationships where both parties are willing to give and take, where care and respect are core values. Think about the relationships in your life. Is there someone who only contacts you when they need something? How do you handle that situation? Having discussed people who only contact us when they need something, we realize that a relationship cannot last without fairness and honesty. But what happens when these behaviors go further, when they not only take advantage of us, but also do not respect our personal boundaries? Imagine not only showing up when they need something, but also invading your private space and precious time without any respect. This brings us to the final topic. Morgan will explore with you more about how to identify and protect yourself from people who do not respect your personal boundaries, helping you maintain balance and happiness in your life. Let's continue this journey with Morgan. Number 5. Disrespecting personal boundaries. According to a recent study, up to 60% of people surveyed said they felt their personal boundaries were violated at least once in their lives. This statistic is staggering, isn't it? Not respecting personal boundaries not only makes us feel uncomfortable, but it also disrupts the balance in relationships. Personal boundaries are limits we set to protect our personal space and time. When someone does not respect these boundaries, they are encroaching on our freedom and peace of mind. In Stoic philosophy, respect for ourselves and others is the foundation of ethical living. Epictetus once said, "No one can hurt you without your permission." This means that we need to set and protect our boundaries to maintain our autonomy and peace of mind. Protecting personal boundaries is not selfish, but an act of self-respect and protection of your peace of mind. When you set limits and ask others to respect them, you are protecting your freedom and peace of mind. This is especially important in relationships as it helps maintain balance and fairness. In Christianity, respecting personal boundaries is also emphasized. Jesus taught us, "Do unto others as you would have them do unto you." If we expect respect from others, we must respect them. When someone does not respect your boundaries, they are not only violating that respect, but they are also not following the golden rule. Morgan would like to share a story about Alex. Alex had an old friend named Jordan who would contact Alex regularly only when he needed help with work. Initially, Alex was happy to help because he believed that this was a genuine friendship. Alex was always willing to spend time and effort to support Jordan, thinking that he was helping a true friend. However, over time, Alex began to notice an unhealthy pattern in the relationship. Jordan never asked about or showed interest in Alex's life outside of times when he needed help. There were no calls to see if Alex was okay, no texts just to say hello or share joys and sorrows. Jordan only showed up when he needed something and disappeared when he didn't need anything anymore. This left Alex feeling very sad and taken advantage of. Alex spent a lot of time thinking about this relationship and realized that his help was not appreciated and that Jordan didn't really care about him. Alex felt betrayed and hurt, realizing that he had put his trust in someone who didn't deserve it. But thanks to Stoic philosophy, Alex learned to accept and not let other people's actions hurt his inner peace. Alex learned to set boundaries for himself and stick to them, protecting his personal space and precious time. If you are in a relationship like Alex's, where the other person doesn't respect your personal boundaries, be bold enough to speak up for your needs. Don't be afraid to ask for respect and protect your privacy. Remember, you have the right to live a peaceful and free life, free from unreasonable demands from others. Morgan wants you to think about the relationships in your life. Is there someone who is not respecting your personal boundaries? What have you done to protect your peace? Share your stories in the comments section. Morgan is looking forward to receiving your shares and feelings because each story is a valuable source of inspiration. Let's build a strong community, love and respect each other. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to not miss Morgan's next videos. Let's change our lives together from the smallest things. In conclusion, Morgan wants to reiterate that setting and protecting personal boundaries is an important part of a happy and balanced life. Don't let anyone invade your peace. Always respect yourself and ask others to do the same. If you agree with this point of view, please leave a comment. Don't let anyone invade your privacy, or share your thoughts in the comment section, and together build a community full of love and respect. Dear friends, thank you for taking the time to explore with me the signs of someone who is just using you and doesn't really care about you. Through the topics we discussed, we learned how to recognize and deal with these behaviors through Stoic philosophy. Morgan is grateful for the opportunity to share these lessons with you and hopes that they will help you in your life. Recognizing people who take advantage of our kindness and affection is the first step to protecting yourself from unhealthy relationships. Morgan hopes that through this video, you will learn how to identify and avoid untrustworthy people and build relationships based on respect and honesty. We have gone through 5 clear signs together, from taking advantage of affection and kindness to always asking for something but never giving it back, to lacking honesty and transparency, to only contacting when it is beneficial, and finally, not respecting personal boundaries. Each sign is a valuable lesson, helping us to have a clearer view of the relationships around us. Marcus Aurelius, one of the famous Stoic philosophers, once said, "You have the power to ask yourself, what am I doing with my soul?" This reminds us that we have the right and responsibility to protect our souls from unnecessary harm. By identifying and avoiding people who only use us, we are protecting our own peace and happiness. Morgan wants to reiterate that each of us deserves to live in healthy relationships where respect, love, and sincerity are paramount. Don't be afraid to set boundaries and protect your personal space. Remember, self-respect and honesty are the foundation of a happy and balanced life. Thank you for listening and accompanying Morgan in this video. I look forward to receiving your shares and feelings. Have you ever experienced similar situations? How did you handle them? Please share your stories in the comments section. Morgan believes that every story is a valuable source of inspiration, helping us learn and grow together. Let's build a strong community, love and respect each other. Morgan is looking forward to the next videos, where we will discover more valuable lessons from Stoic philosophy, helping you live a happier and more meaningful life. If you find this video useful, please help Morgan press the like button, comment 1 so that YouTube can rate this video as useful. Or you can share with your friends and subscribe to the Stoic Kingdom channel so you don't miss the next videos. You can also watch other videos shown at the end of this video. Let's change our lives together from the smallest things. Thank you very much, and wish you peace and happiness.